All right, so we have a massive women's fight going down in New York City on April 30th on the Zone. It is none other than Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. And let's talk about this, Q, man. We already know that the clash is going down. It is going to be the fight to see. I'm going to tell y'all right now, man, I've told a couple of people, I'm actually more excited to see Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano over the fight that's going to happen later on that night, which is Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez. Personally, I want to see these ladies go at it more than that fight, because Shakur, he going to wipe Oscar Valdez up out of there. You know what I mean? He gonna wipe Oscar out. You know what I mean? So, but let's get into what Amanda Serrano has stated though. Amanda Serrano said that she would like to see the fight be 12 rounds and 3-minute rounds and go for history. We've never seen a huge women's clash go that way. So Q, do you think that would be a great idea? I know Katie Taylor says she don't think it will matter, but should that be a move that these ladies take to make this a epic fight of huge proportions and be a groundbreaking fight for a women's championship bout?
Si, senor, JD. I really believe this will be. It will be. It's already epic. It's colossal. You know, it's the biggest. You know what I'm saying? But I really like that from Amanda Serrano that had made so much history, man. She's made so much history, and for her to be still pushing the envelope, you know, at the brink of this huge fight, the biggest fight in women's boxing history. I would love to see it, and but you know, I understand what Katie Taylor's saying. You know, being, in my opinion, being that Amanda Serrano's has the punching power, she's the KO artist of the two. And that's a lot longer rounds, a lot more chances for you to catch. You know, even take Katie Taylor up on the cards. You know what I'm saying? Going into the championship rounds, there will be championship rounds then, because it's been 10 rounds. So if you get 2 more rounds, and you know she got punching power all night, you know that's a lot more.
And an extra minute, and an extra minute in the round.
Extra minute, that's 36 minutes of hell. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that would be. So I understand why she don't really want that smoke. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, but I absolutely, and it probably won't happen because it probably gonna take 2, and then it's gonna take the networks, which I feel like that's a marketing tool also. If they was to go with that, to say, you know what I'm saying, we've done this, we did for women boxing, and you know, because they're already pioneers, man. And I'm gonna give a shout out to Jake Paul again. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give a shout out to Jake Paul again for being a huge part of making this thing happen. Matter of fact, I think Amanda Serrano's is getting $1 million payday, first $1 million payday, which is amazing. And you know, that's where we at, man. But I'm very excited, and it's a connect. I forgot what connected with. It's a connect on all of that. You know what I'm saying?
That's how man. I'm gonna say, man, I love it if it were to happen. But if you're Katie Taylor, man, there's no way in the world you do that. And for every reason that you just stated, bro, hands down, Amanda Serrano is the heavier puncher of the two. While Katie Taylor has exquisite skill, and I believe that Katie Taylor is going to be looking to outbox her to get the decision. You gotta understand that you would not want to give a Amanda Serrano extra time at the end of the round, more rounds in the fight to keep dropping bombs on you and possibly stun you and really get you out of there. So I love it. It would be epic, but of course, man, I don't see it happening in this fight. Katie Taylor's not going to go for something like that, where she clearly has a decisive power advantage with an Amanda Serrano. But, man, I'm going to tell you right now, I can't wait to see it. Again, salute to Eddie Hearn, DAZN, for putting on for women's boxing. It's going to New York City, where you know there's going to be a huge Irish fan base that's going to show up and show out for a Katie Taylor repping from Ireland. And then you know the Boricuas are going to be out there in the building.
Be out there, man.
You know what I mean?
Gonna be the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Fan base is going to be out there in full effect, man. So it's going to be absolutely amazing to see that go down in New York City, bruh, on April 30th. But man, I gotta put your feet to the fire, bro. Because I'm telling you, man, I mean it. I mean this honestly. I want to see that. That's the fight I'm looking forward to on April 30th. Even though I'm gonna watch both fights. So, bro, if you had to pick one, which fight do you like, or do you really want to see? If they were both starting at the same time, I'll put it this way.
This is what I'm gonna say.
If both fights were starting at the same time on April 30th, Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez, and then Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. Which one are you tuning on? Which one are you tuning into?
I believe I'm gonna go with you, man. I'm gonna pick the Amanda Serrano and the Katie Taylor fight because that's more of a 50-50 jump ball to me.
Right.
Even though I'm pulling for Amanda Serrano's, you know, I won't be surprised either way because both of them are amazing talents. You know, and Katie Taylor is, you know, I think Amanda Serrano's is moving up the whole weight class or whatever. But I'll probably watch that one just because I'm less decisive on the outcome of that fight. Because I just feel like, you know, I feel like Shakur Stevenson will blister, you know what I'm saying? Oscar Valdez. That's how I feel like it's gonna happen. Because I feel like he's too technically sound. He got too much defense, and he's gonna make Oscar Valdez pay. And you know what I'm saying? After Oscar Valdez's last fight, I feel like he's not coming in on a high horse. You know what I'm saying? And I know he's digging deep.
Right.
You know, I just hope the VADA and the USDA or whoever do all this testing, man. You know what I'm saying? They need to hold this man to a standard. I don't really like how they
the anti-doping societies.
Man. You know,
VADA.
End of the day, man. You know, checking for the Wizinator and everything. You know what I'm saying? Check everything. But the bottom line is, I don't really think it'll matter because I think Shakur is that much of a better boxer, and I think his skill set. You know, he's gonna be laser focused. He's hungry, so that's why I would pick the ladies, man. Plus, this is the biggest ever. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, man, really, but when you just put my feet to the fire before you did that, you know, I was comparing the Errol Spence you guys fight to that one. You know what I'm saying? To the Oscar Valdez fight, but and I was like, because I was more excited about Shakur Stevenson fight. Versus Oscar Valdez because I've been waiting for that fight to be made for a while, and end of the day, I've been wanting to see Errol Spence fight Crawford. You know what I'm saying? So anything less than that is a letdown to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though that's amazing fight, and that fight almost just as good as the women's fight. I really don't know who's gonna win that, but the women's fight right now, you know, I'm gonna roll with history, man. And honestly, man, I'm really thinking about the slide, bro. I don't know. Because
to
price me out of Vegas with what you say.
They price you out, man.
They done price me out of Vegas with what they charge. You say
Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square ain't been in New York in a while, but in Vegas you say it was NFL draft weekend.
Yeah, the draft is going down that weekend,
and that's
man.
What's
so
so cool. I didn't know why they were charging crazy numbers. It's crazy. Anyways, the ladies, man, it's gonna be history. It's gonna be historic. And I'm not above trying to make that slide. I don't know what you say. You might see something.
Hey, man, I agree with you, man. Before we get out of here, man, I personally, man, I expect Shakur Stevenson to just be on a whole nother level than the Oscar Valdez. While the knockout of Miguel Berchelt was amazing for Oscar Valdez, we all saw the Robinson Conceição fight. With Oscar Valdez and how dicey that was, you know, we saw how that fight went. I feel like it would be even beyond that with a Shakur Stevenson, where Shakur Stevenson would finish the show and it'd be a dominating performance. So, you know, it's what if you put me in a chair with the TV in front of me, man, at 8 p.m. Both fights come on, man. I'm tuning in to Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor to see women's history. And I'll catch that blistering of Oscar Valdez by Shakur. I'll catch it right afterwards. So that's where I'm at with it, man. But that's where we at with it. So salute to these two ladies who about to get it on in the ring.